Bigger arms, less neck pain at the same time. When you're doing any type of tricep exercise, such as a push down, there's gonna be two main things you're gonna focus on. First thing is to make sure that you're reaching your elbows for the floor. The most common issue here is as we push, our shoulders tend to want to ride up. Keep the elbows reached for the floor and slightly in front of your body to keep your shoulder blades against your ribs. The second thing is going to be making sure you're pushing through this part of your hand. That's going to help bias the rotation that needs to happen at the forearm as we use our triceps. So it'll look something like this. If you're using a rope or a cable stack, I'm going to reach my arms, elbows for the ground and a little bit in front of my body. And then as I press down, I'm going to make sure I'm pressing through that thumb side of my palm. And that gives me a nice, juicy squeeze in my tricep. It would be no different if we were doing just a dumbbell tricep extension laying down. I'm going to, same thing, shoulder away from my ear, reach for the ceiling till my shoulder blade starts to come off the bench. And then I'm just going to bend my elbow, keep my elbow up and in front of me. Then as I come back up, I'm going to push through that same spot in my palm on the dumbbell. And that will make sure that my tricep is the primary thing getting used. For bicep training, same idea as with the reach on the triceps. I want to make sure I'm reaching my elbows towards the floor and then forward as I curl. What that does is keeps my shoulder blade suction cupped to my rib cage and actually opens up some space back here. So this is actually a great way to relieve some of that neck tension if it's kind of down at the lower part of your neck. But instead of the thumb side of my hand, instead I'm going to be focusing on pushing through the pinky side of my hand as I curl. So if I was standing up, same thing. I'm going to get my arms long towards the ground and I'm going to curl up through the pinky, pushing through the pinky side of my hand as I curl with my elbow coming out just slightly up in front of me. You want a little extra neck mobility in, all you got to do is look at the bicep you're training as you curl and take a breath in. The combination of how you're performing the motion as well as when you breathe in will create some space up through here. That breath has to get forced into that space to open some things up. That's how you get bigger arms with less neck pain.